My name's David Phillips, and thanks for the opportunity to be here, and it's wonderful to have the public gallery open again. My interest is in the climate response plan, and I appreciate the work that the Council's put in over the last 2 years, and it's great that that's now being tabled tonight. I thank the Council for making it available as a draft for comment, and I provided comments like many others. One of the key areas that I'm interested in is the measurement of emissions and emission reduction, and of course we want to get to zero, and that's the target by 2035. What I'd like to see is, and Mick said something similar, some shorter term targets in place. In particular, I'd like to see how the measurements of reduced emissions is made, and I'd like that to be more transparent to the public. The sort of thing I had in mind might sound a bit odd, but like having a thermometer that showed where we're starting from and how each advance in reducing it, the thermometer comes down till we get to finally to zero. And as a community, we can celebrate that coming down. For example, you can have it coming down as you introduce electric buses and electric vehicles within council. Yep. It'd be good to see how those things are measured and what contribution they make to reducing the emissions. So I look forward to seeing how the plan progresses, and thanks for hearing my comments, but I'd really like to see how the council plans to be more transparent in providing data and evidence about reducing emissions.
Yep, it's a great question, David, and I'm actually about 14 pages into the draft sustainability report at the moment, reading through and looking at exactly those sorts of issues and how we do actually demonstrate it, what's our baseline year, what we are actually measuring, and make it not only completely accurate but also meaningful to the reader. The draft sustainability report, I'm not sure if it's going to come to council by December, but I think the plan is to release it very early next year. We will keep you in touch with that. Very happy to take on feedback. I love the idea of a thermometer as well. I'd actually just drawn 3 or 4 little tables so that we go back at least 3 years and have at least 3 years of comparable data. So very much on the same page. We know it needs to be demonstrated, we know it needs to be accurate, but we also know that we haven't necessarily been collecting the right data along the way, and I always say get the right data and get the data right. So I think that's going to be probably the philosophy that we use. And we do have our Director of Strategy and Performance over here, Karina Filand, who has carriage of that particular report. So Karina may want to add some commentary, because you've probably been closer to the last 20 pages of the report than I have yet. So thanks, Karina.
Thank you, Mayor Asher. No, I think you've pretty much explained it, and it's a very important aspect of the work that we're undertaking. So looking forward to continually improving that.
Right. Thanks for bringing the question forward, because we do need to make sure that we are responding to people's requests in how we report on how we're doing.